trying not to stare the night that I first met you. You had me mesmerized. And 3 weeks.
Hi, it's Stacey, and thank you so much for watching Grant and Brittany's gig log as we head to the Orange Beach, Alabama Senior Center. Now, we're starting things a little bit differently. I'm actually recording this intro the day after the wedding because I had thought that I had recorded a intro yesterday when I was on my way to the wedding, and for some reason I couldn't find it on my video camera, so I just decided to go ahead and record a new intro. And the footage that you're looking at right now is actually from another wedding that I had done a couple years ago. We were also going to Alabama, so the footage that you're seeing right now is not of me driving to Grant and Brittany's wedding. That was to another wedding, but that's okay. Everything else in this video will be from Grant and Brittany's wedding. I just thought you might like to see some scenery as we go from Florida to Alabama, since I was not able to record that yesterday and I thought I had. Anyway, just to tell you a little bit about the wedding gig log that you're getting ready to see. It was a very fun wedding, as you're getting ready to see here in just a second, but I had actually met Grant and Brittany last year. I'd actually done Grant's brother's wedding back in March of 2020, and that was the last wedding that we had done right before the pandemic hit. So they decided to hire me for their wedding, and they just had a wonderful group of friends and family. Everybody there was just so nice, and it was just a lot of fun, and when everybody got out there and danced, had a good time. Like I said, you're going to see that here in just a second when we get to the venue. Now, we did the ceremony and the reception. We had the ceremony outside, and we had the reception inside, and this was a very hot day. It's probably around 93 with a heat index value, making it feel like it's 100, 105, so definitely very hot. So anyway, we had a very fun bride and groom, a very fun group of friends and family, so I know you're going to enjoy this gig log. So now, here's the rest of the footage that I took at Grant and Brittany's wedding in its entirety.
Now, and I'm going to go and show you my setup. It's been several hours since I talked to you last. It's about 5 o'clock now. We got about 30 minutes before the ceremony starts. But anyway, here's my setup tonight. Got the facade out, Revo 4, Revo 3. Park cans there on the stands. And then here's what the DJ table looks like behind. Both computers out tonight. And then I've got my Fender Passport set up right outside for the ceremony. I'll take you out there in just a second. I tried to record that a few minutes ago. My lens kept fogging up because it's so hot out there. But anyway, we've got a little bit of uplighting we're doing tonight. Got one of the megapixels there, one of the battery powered uplights there, another megapixel over there, and then we got another uplight back over there. So anyway, everybody's just kind of in here right now because it's so hot outside. That's common this time of year, you know, for people to be waiting inside and they'll go outside when the ceremony starts in just a little bit. But I'm gonna walk outside real quick and we're gonna show you the ceremony setup. Okay, here we are outside now. I'm standing where I'm gonna be for the ceremony. Of course, like I said, everybody else is inside, but there you go. There's where the ceremony is gonna be taking place. There's the bay out there. Nice big fountain here. There's my Fender Passport. And right back up there is where the reception's gonna be taking place, right through those doors. So yeah, not that bad, and it's cooled off a little bit, but you know, it's still pretty warm out here right now. But we're about 20 minutes away from the start of the ceremony, so yeah, not too bad out here right now. So yeah, it's pretty warm though for this time of year, that's for sure. Okay, ceremony's over with now. The wedding party is off taking their pictures, and we're just kind of socializing right now. This is the time that I call hurry up and wait. So anyway, I'm gonna show you my view tonight from the DJ table. There you go. And I got the monogram over here. I'm gonna have to show you that as well. I'll walk over to the other side of the room here just a little bit to show you that. But right now, you know, temperatures come down a little bit. It's 86. It's 86 right now, but it feels like 96 according to my phone. So yeah, it's pretty hot out there still. And it's only what time is it? It's a little about almost 10 after 6 now. So yeah, it's still very hot even this late in the afternoon. But glad, you know, from here on out, it's all, you know, be nice and cool in the air conditioning.
Now you're my home. Now you're my home. I just can't believe the way I feel about you. I don't know me to see stronger than it's ever been. We come so hard.
Okay, I'm coming. Okay. So judging by all of the happy faces tonight, all the laughter and smiles, the wedding is perfect. And you look so beautiful. That was fake, I'm not really drunk. I can't see either, okay.
Put your glasses.
Let's see. I'm so sorry, y'all. Okay. Brittany, I cannot believe this is your wedding day. I mean, I just stood up there with you while you married your best friend. And it feels like just yesterday we were taping boxes to our walls as mailboxes, playing with our belly buttons and making silly faces, playing our celebrity cleanup games and tag. Wait, it wasn't tag. She was chasing me for something I probably didn't even do. All the way down the street, by the way. Chased me all the way down the street. Where am I? I cannot explain how happy I am for you, sister. If anyone deserves their best.
Wall of shame, DCHs, and whatever happened in the back house. It definitely wasn't perfect. We had our fights, not one. But I'm glad we are as close as we are now. First time I met Brittany, I was in the Navy, home for the holidays. As I was leaving for the airport, she said, "See you next time." Knowing Grant's wild self at the time, I just laughed and said, "Probably not." That was quite a few years ago, and she proved me wrong. And I'm glad you proved me wrong, Brittany.
Met Grant, boy, was she determined. So, a lot of you may not know this, but Britt had her eyes on Grant for a couple of months before they started dating. Although, at the time, Grant was talking to another girl. So the determined strategist that Brittany was, she had developed a ploy to win him over. She started by inviting him to her Sweet 16, although he did bring the other girl. But that's beside the point. After that, a month later, the other girl had to move away, and I'm still trying to figure out how Britt made that happen. But finally, Britt was able to slide in. Shortly after Brittany and Grant started dating, I knew instantly that they were perfect for each other, for many reasons, but they were also just equally extraordinary.
Okay. You've never not been there for me, and I will forever be grateful for that. Every time I see myself struggling, I'd say, well, what would Brittany do? How would Brittany react? And it's not always a good thing, John. I have always wanted to follow into your footsteps, and you've literally paved the path for me. I'd be winning if I became half as successful as you. Thank you for being the best you could do to help me in Jordan, and thank you for pushing me to trust God. I'm crying.
So they're outside doing the fake leave right now. We've talked about this before. It's 9 o'clock and the photographers are having to leave now. So anyway, I'm just going to show you around the room real quick while they're out there doing that. So here you go. Here's what the room looks like. Here's my setup once again. There's their monogram. I don't think I showed that earlier. See how we got it there on that wall? And they're right out there doing the fake leave, as you can see. So what they're going to do is they're going to go ahead and finish up that fake leave. The photographer's going to leave, and we're going to come back in here and get into open dancing here in just a second. all the time, probably around, I want to say 2008, 2009, maybe 2010. When this song first came out, I used to have to play it at least 2 or 3 times at a wedding or whatever event that I had. I was really surprised when I got a request for it tonight. They love it.
Take it back now, y'all. 5 hops this time. Let's go.
Okay, so it's now about 2:15 in the morning, and I'm back in Pensacola. I'm actually sitting at Whataburger right now, just waiting to get in line. It seems like everybody and their brother comes here, but this is like become one of my rituals. After I do a gig, I'll come to Whataburger and get something to eat, you know, but I have to wait in line to do it. But hey, you know what? It's worth it. It's Whataburger. But anyway, let's talk about the wedding gig log you just saw. It actually got over just a little bit before 11 this evening, and so it took me a while to pack up and everything and then drive back to Pensacola, so I went ahead and did that. And anyway, it was just great. I mean, it was another satisfied bride and groom. And this bride and groom, as I mentioned in the intro, I had met them at another wedding that I had done back in March. Come to find out that it's the groom from that wedding and this groom were actually brothers. So that's kind of how I knew them and met them. So anyway, that was really really neat seeing them again. I saw the bride and groom from the March wedding from last year too. So it was good talking to them and getting caught up, and saw the groom's mother again and his father and everybody else. So it was I did see some people there from that last gig log. So it was great being able to reconnect with them. So anyway, this was just a fun gig. Like I said, it was really hot. It was about in the 90s, but the heat index value made it feel like it was around 100. So, definitely hot, but that's what it's like here on the Gulf Coast. But anyway, you saw everybody out there having a good time. We did the monogram and the uplighting, and everything just went great. So that's where we're going to leave this, and we got more gig logs to come. So until next time, practice and enjoy.